talking to, what's her name? You got the best job in the world.
Woo! It's your Greek mommy reporting for duty. Today we're making moussaka. Welcome back to Cooking with the KOUTSOGIANNIS, and today we are making the most delicious Greek one-pot pasta recipe. It's got braised beef. It is perfect. Mom, what is it in Greek?
Kokkinisto juvetsi. Me muskaraki, makaronia, me muskaraki.
Juvetsi is traditionally made with orzo, but we're using pasta. I found this at my local Italian market. It's not Greek, but that's fine. We just wanted something good. And this dish is quite honestly gonna blow your mind. It's rather easy. You put it in the oven. It cooks really quickly. I'd say in about an hour or so.
About an hour.
And you can run your errands around the house while that's whipping up and serve this with a beautiful Greek salad or nothing at all. You do what works for you. Let's get started on it.
This is our beautiful beef.
I went and got beef from a local butcher.
So we're gonna drain it.
You don't want
so
any
all
of the blood
to go away.
We've gently strained the beef. We've got any residue just coming off a little bowl. I'm not too worried about this though. You just don't want a lot of blood drenched in it. I took a paper towel and I gently dabbed it. And now what we're gonna do is chop some onions and garlic to saute in a pan with the beef so that we get a nice char grill golden color to it before we add it to the tapsi that we're ultimately gonna cook the whole dish in. A medium high.
Okay.
We're gonna add olive oil to it. Olive oil doesn't have the highest smoke point, but this is pure olive oil. We use it for cooking. We're not afraid to use it for cooking. And my mom is adding quite a bit, about a half a cup went in. Come and take a look.
This is awesome.
So we're gonna start by chopping some onion and garlic. Okay.
So we're using 1.5 onion, putting it into the hot oil, and we'll let it saute.
My whole life, my mom has cooked with her eyes. This, no measurements, no existing recipes, just based on taste and knowing.
Yeah.
So she thought she initially needed 2 onions, but based on her experience and eyesight for food, she was like, we only need 1.5 onions. So it's very interesting, right? That's where you develop the intuitive skills to become a chef. And that's ultimately why my mom knows how to cook, is because she understands what tastes good based on looking and not even trying, which is really nice. And what are you doing now?
I'm gonna add garlic. Garlic is the best. Always garlic.
I just want to show you guys the size of these cloves at home so you really understand what I mean when I say 2 large garlic heads. These are massive. So 2 large garlic cloves are around 6 garlic cloves.
Yes.
Regular sized. Have to cook the onion full through. You're just going to kind of cook it and combine it together. So she's going to go in with a lot of beef here.
Okay, there we go. Oops, all went once. That's okay.
Oh, good.
So now we have it on high.
Okay. So the only seasoning my mom does right now is pepper. And is that just so that everything, the moisture can come out first and then we'll season after?
There we go. You got it, you know that, eh?
Well, I mean, it's different for everyone. If you want to get a nice sear, you season. But I think if you want the moisture to come out first, then we can do that after. It's about browning, but it's more so about getting a really nice tender piece of beef with the pasta. So the beef has been cooking for exactly 15 minutes. Come and take a look at the difference. Completely been soaked up, nice and moist. The onions are cooked down with the garlic. There's roughly around a 1/3 cup of red wine in here. We're just gonna add it to the pot. I still have it on high.
Awesome.
We want the wine to completely reduce. Cook it down for like 2 minutes or until most of the liquid has evaporated.
And I think we're just going to turn it a little bit down now to medium.
We're going to put in the beef broth. And you don't put the tomato paste with it?
Oh no, a little bit later yet. We want it to cook first a little bit more. Because as you know, if you put the tomato paste or the sauce, your beef gonna get firm. So you need it to cook a little longer.
Nice. So we have a selection of spices picked out that I'm pretty sure go in this dish, apart from maybe one. But we're gonna let my mom confirm or deny. Okay. Cinnamon, obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah. So let's put some cinnamon in there.
Yes.
How much are you putting in?
Well, usually, you know what I used to do the old way? I would go do a pinch. This is good enough.
When I make my recipes with cinnamon, I usually do about 1/4 teaspoon. And then the next one is nutmeg. No, sorry, cloves.
Cloves. That again, not too
1/8
much.
of a teaspoon.
Yes, you don't want it to overpower.
It's a very strong spice. And if you watched me on Guy Fieri's Triple G Food Network, I was heavily criticized for my use of cloves.
That's too bad.
How many bay leaves?
2.
Okay. These are actually Greek bay leaves. They're from a friend of ours' front bay tree, which I didn't know existed.
Ooh, that smells, oh my God. So good. Okay, Maria, now explain what bay leaf does to the beef.
It's a very deep flavor palette, but it's not like a spice that powers. It's just like a base deliciousness, and bay leaf is honestly pretty important in Greek cuisine.
It is.
So, Greek means less. We use cinnamon, clove, bay leaf, and ultimately we'll use salt in the end. Different strokes for different folks, essentially. So I would probably go in with garlic powder and onion powder because I'm a bit more North American washed. But basically in Greece, you just need less in the flavors because you trust time to do more of the work.
Back home in Greece, they didn't have all these choices, right?
They had time on their hands though, so they slowly cook things so that the flavor can like raise.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
they didn't have this already ready for them.
No, I
it was
know.
that.
And we don't use very much chili flake stuff.
Absolutely not.
No. So that's good. We've added everything we need, and now we're gonna go in with the tomatoes.
We're gonna use a teaspoon of tomato paste. That goes in. And then we're gonna use a cup of tomato sauce. Then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of salt. So far we have 2 cups of water, and we're gonna put a third one. Because remember, pasta is going in. And we let it cook for another 15 minutes, and then we're gonna put it in the oven for at least 25 to 40 minutes.
And you're just doing this based on again.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
but
love
it
that.
does. It looks really good though already.
Yeah, no, it does, and
Yeah.
it smells insane.
Let's do a little taste to see how it tastes.
It's
tasting
super good,
really
but do you
good.
taste enough of the cinnamon and the clove?
No, we don't. So we should put a little bit of clove and a little bit cinnamon in.
That's good, Mom, or less?
Yeah, that's good.
Are you sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, come look at how little I'm putting in of cloves. Little goes a long way. Some cinnamon.
Less cinnamon. It needs water. That's all it needs. And if I would add something, I would add tomato paste. So
You
to
would
be a
add
little bit more red.
Okay.
But other than that, it looks great, tastes great.
And we already added a teaspoon of tomato paste.
Yes,
so
that's
let's
all
see
we
where we
do.
land after we add this.
Yes.
We're debating. My mom says that if she would cook for us here, she would put it in the pot first and then transfer it to the pan. But I'm saying that if I was one of my readers, I would prefer the easiest option and I would just put it there. But knowing what I know about Greek food and flavor building, I'm inclined to try your way.
So
We're gonna go in with all the pasta. My brother's coming to town.
Yes.
We're gonna have a lot of food. And so we've got Aaron, Peter, Dad. There's 6 of us. Okay, so we're gonna go with option 1, where my mom puts the pasta in first for 5 minutes before we transfer it to a pan and
Awesome.
ultimately end up cooking it in the oven.
Oh, love that. Love that.
Anyone nervous about the pasta not like bending and ending up breaking? You're fine. You just have to let it cook for a bit and then look. You just go dook, dook, dook. And it all just nicely happens. What you don't want to do is get impatient and start doing it too soon. So just do a nice test. Look, it's really good. And then we're eventually just going to get to a place where it's all submerged. So we're putting water in.
Oh, definitely, we have to.
Yes.
It's a must.
Okay, so the water's
Because
boiling.
we decide to use all the pasta, sorry.
Yes, no, it's fine. There's 5 cups of water in here, and the beauty of cooking is constantly learning and understanding what the dish needs. So we're gonna add 2 more cups. And Mom wants to adjust for tomato paste. So we're gonna do so by adding what, half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon?
1 teaspoon will be good. There'll be a nice color as well.
Gently touch the pasta. You do not want to break this. We don't want to offend any Italian out there.
You don't want it to pour. Okay,
time.
so the spaghetti got soft into the sauce.
Wait, explain what we're doing here. Really slowly, you don't want to burn anyone. Get closer.
No worries.
Closer to the surface.
So what are we doing? We're just gonna put it in the oven.
Open yourself up so they can see the beautiful food.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Have a lot of moisture, but we also have a whole bag of pasta. So what I like to do is submerge the pasta in water before adding it to the oven. So I'm gonna test with my mom here. Let's try 3 more cups of water and see if it brings us to here.
Absolutely.
And then we're gonna cover it with some tin foil.
So good.
Much more tender.
Okay.
Okay, 1 cup. Two cup.
Ooh, that's looking good.
Wait, let's see. Do you think it needs 3?
See?
It's hard to say. We're definitely going to cover this with tinfoil, right?
Yes, absolutely. I think we should.
You think so? Okay, 1 more cup.
Okay. That's good. That's great. That's how it should look. And then we can add some pepper on the top to make it look
And
good.
a little bit more salt.
Okay, there's the pepper. Looking good. A little bit more. And this is good to go. Okay, so we're just gonna make it cover out nicely.
Do you think we should cook it on another tapsi just in case there's any spillage?
No, it won't be no spillage. Just the spaghetti will absorb
it all
the
up?
water and stuff like that. So
That's a good
everything
tip.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
The oven has been preheating for the past little while at 375. So, I may or may not have cooked some oily stuff in here before, and that's why it's sticky.
Concerned about the water.
No, this is the perfect amount of
Wow,
water.
look at this.
And none of it's stuck.
No, absolutely amazing. So are you gonna serve it? Wow, that looks delicious.
My husband Andrew. Everyone say hi to Andrew.
Hi, Andrew.
The people on YouTube.
I'm kidding though.
Mostly beef.
Look at that. Oh. And then, how much beef do you want?
7 pieces.
7 pieces.
Absolutely.
A little bite of his with the cheese. I still haven't tried the beef.
This is Greek mijithra. It's like a Parmesan cheese, but the fresh mijithra from Greece.
You have to try it in front of us, please. Sorry to put you on the spot.
What beef is
Got the organic stuff from Blushing. Was it tender? Beef's tender. Pasta's cooked perfectly. The mijithra on top is insane.
Unbelievable.
The spices are good. The liquid is good. The tomato is balanced. This is perfect.
Perfect.
Dad, we're gonna make you a small bowl.
very small bowl.
Okay.
How much?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let me put some. Let me put it.
Okay.
First of all, that's not a Greek spaghetti.
No, it's not.
That's
I bought Italian.
that's barbato.
Dad, you said you didn't want very much.
Barbato, you know what I mean? Barbato.
No.
Extra large.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Gorgeous. Everything is gorgeous.
Andrew, he's making fun of you!
Yummy.
Cheers.
We'll see from 0 to 10. Give us
What do you think?
what do you think?
You guys getting closer to 10.
That's awesome.
I'm your mommy now.